Speaker. 3 minutes, I believe we've got, so there's so much that could be covered that I won't have time to do so. I could have covered universal credit and the government's shoddy handling of the £20 uplift and their desire to plunge people back into poverty. I could have talked about COVID, of course, and the government's sleaze and corruption when it comes to the multitude of contracts that have came out. If you're a friend or a family member of the government, you would, of course, been on the VIP list throughout the pandemic. I could have talked about Brexit and the destructive impact that that's having upon my constituency, the one constituency in the UK that's meant to be harder hit than any other in the United Kingdom. Indeed, I raised it earlier today with the Leader of the House in relation to a situation facing a business in my constituency and the export challenges that they are facing. It's gone from 3 days to export a good to almost 6 weeks. His answer, his shameful answer, ask the French about it. What an utter abdication of responsibility. Shame on him and shame on this government. But in real terms, the biggest issue, or perhaps the biggest issue of our times, is, of course, not just the pandemic, but climate change. And as a member for Aberdeen, it would be remiss of me not to talk about energy. Aberdeen has faced the triple whammy of COVID, of course, of Brexit, of course, but also an oil price crash. And it's painted into clear focus the challenge that is going to face my city moving forward. And what did the government do? Almost nothing. They had to be dragged kicking and screaming to deliver their North Sea transition deal. But where's the hydrogen strategy? Where's the commitment to a carbon capture and underground storage facility in the northeast of Scotland? Where is the desire to ensure that there is sufficient capacity within auction round 4 of the CFD auction to ensure that Scotland doesn't lose out? And that's an important point, Madam Deputy Speaker, because Scotland is going to lose out. The great renewables robbery that this government is undertaking is alive and well. Because if you are an offshore wind project in Scotland, you will have to pay to access the energy grid. If you are an offshore project in the south east of England, you will be paid to access the very same grid. We face the highest grid connection charges, not just in the UK, but the entirety of Europe. If this government is serious about levelling up, if this government is serious about delivering for Aberdeen, if it's serious about delivering for Scotland, then that renewables robbery needs to end. It cannot continue. Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker.